What if every brushstroke made you better? What if every mistake you fixed made you stronger mentally? That's actually how I felt while creating this artwork. When I first heard about the solo leveling manhwa a couple of years ago, around 2018, I didn't think much of it. Some nerd fighting magical beasts in a dungeon, becoming stronger, leveling up. Okay, alright.
Fight as hard as we can, till the very end! If it means I'll get stronger, they'll follow these rules, no matter how ridiculous they are!
Sounds like a pretty typical mid-zero to hero story if you ask me. I even did a whole order of a pair of custom Air Force Ones for a client with solo leveling as the theme. I spent like 2 weeks painting those shoes for a client and I still didn't get the importance of that story back then. Years went by, but it still wasn't until I deserted from life's default path in search of greatness and success through my own journey as an artist. It took me deciding to take a less traveled path and basically becoming an underdog myself for me to understand the true value of solo leveling. I had dropped everything on the ground. My bachelor's degree I spent almost 4 years studying to achieve. My economic security, not being able to get a job, which is normal when you haven't worked in your profession in multiple years. And basically my overall social status. Cause bro, trust me, telling your mom you left it all behind for art and concentration, yeah, that can get really awkward during family dinner. I'm not gonna hold you. Knowing you'll be the laughingstock for family and friends for potentially years to come, that feeling sucks. But it was me going through all that pain and suffering that made me able to sympathize and relate to Sung Jinwoo, also nicknamed the world's weakest hunter. The anime for solo leveling dropped in January 2024, which was also the lowest point in my life. My father had just passed away weeks prior. I was unemployed. My content was slowly starting to perform worse despite all of my efforts. Jinwoo started at the bottom of the food chain in his own world. He barely even had enough magic power for his presence to be noticed. And whenever he was noticed or in the center of attention, it always led to humiliation and soul-crushing pain. That's exactly how I felt. I started to see myself in Jinwoo. Looking back at the very beginning of me starting content creation, that very beginning is a rare pain not a lot of people get to experience. Look, imagine you finally build up the courage to get in front of the camera and press record.
Alright, let's see this through to the end.
Then editing, not even knowing what the hell you're doing. You get through all of that hell and then it's time to press upload, while still being afraid. Afraid that your friends and family are gonna see this video and think, who the hell does he think he is? And they probably will. Yeah, that's a special kind of suffering. Just like Jinwoo's continuous humiliation.
The heck are you doing?
Go park it in a corner somewhere and don't move.
Damn E-Ring slowing us down. The only ones who get a cut are the ones who put in the work.
Yeah, of course. Sorry I suck.
I felt like life was beating me up from all sides. And yeah, I am trying to throw a pity party here. But in all seriousness, being able to connect to other people and fiction in itself through sheer pain is one of the most underrated forms of art. We've seen it time and time again. Naruto, Vinland Saga, One Piece. But we also see time and time again, in this case, Jinwoo. Through his perseverance, Jinwoo attained a second chance in life. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you. It didn't feel like that to me. Not at that time at least, but when I look back now, when I look back to that very day, I decided to follow my own dreams instead of sending yet another job application. It might have been the same. It might have been my second chance in life.
I wish I had another chance.
Years from now, I will owe everything I've accomplished to that version of myself. That version who, despite all odds against him, chose the life of an artist.
Let's see what you've got!
Staying true to yourself in a world that's trying to make you different and change you. To me, that's unwavering bravery. Courage of the weak. But unlike Jinwoo, I didn't gain the favor of some divine system.
Full recovery activate.
What was the key today?
Oh,
I actually was met with more hardships. But after watching Solo Leveling, I started looking at every single one of these challenges as a chance for me to level up.
I shouldn't be afraid. After all, I've already died once! I'm not going down easy.
Not enough views on a video? Look into the viewer duration and see where people fell off. No comments on a video? Well, check the packaging and the message behind the video. See if you can fix it for the next time. Another failed art post?
I am not gonna give up until I get it! Just watch me!
Or maybe even a failed print drop? Don't worry, man. Try again with another theme.
I'll get stronger if it's the last thing I do.
trust me, you trying again and again will compound in the end.
I'm not done yet. Compared to that thing, compared to the terror I felt that day, this is nothing!
Build a foundation on your mistakes. Build a pile out of your mistakes. Build it so high that you can reach out and grasp the heavens with your bare hands.
With the power I have! I know I can kill you right here and now!
That is my system. That is how I level up as an artist.
Even if it's just a bit, the weakest hunter of all mankind got stronger.
One day when I look back over my shoulder, I'll see a beautiful land and a beautiful life, all protected by the demons I thought were there to tear me down. Yes, I thought they were there to steer me off the path. I thought they were there to prove how weak I am. But nah, they were all there to prove how strong I am. They appeared again and again and over and over.
My only options now are to beat them or die trying. Stamina's at its limit, and I can't use two of my best skills!
But as long as I stand my ground, just like Jinwoo, I will have my own army standing behind me. Not in a literal sense, but in a form of past challenges that have all pledged their allegiance and loyalty to me. All because I took that one decision of taking control over my own life. That is what I'm trying to convey through this painting. That is why I spent 3 months on this painting. And that is also why I value this painting so highly. I don't want to sound as an elitist or holier than thou, but this piece, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to rip it from my hands. Or at least just prove, okay, I see the vision. Or I want to be part of that journey. This painting will be the most expensive item I've ever sold, at least for now. And no, I will not just sit here and act all perfect. Because just like Jinwoo's journey, there has been ups and downs.
Pathetic. All that talk about how ready you are and this is the best you could do.
Times I came home from work, tired, exhausted.
This all feels so familiar.
And the last thing I wanted to do was to sit down and paint another stroke on that painting.
You're done, so give up. Stop now before you break, kid.
I was asking myself, what is the point? Nobody's gonna buy it, especially not with the price tag you have in mind, Michael. Every time I was close to giving up, a small voice in my head kept telling me, please, keep going.
No.
Because everything you've been looking for is on the other side of that painting.
I haven't lost yet!
And you know what? It was the same voice that told me, say no to that job. Start a YouTube channel. And by now, you can bet your ass I know better than to ignore that voice.
Step deeper!
Because now I know it's something pure, it comes from within. It's something hopeful, it is my true self. My inner system is telling me what to do. I've come to realize the people who brush off solo leveling as just a mid-story, they don't see the true value of Jinwoo's journey and his level up. It's all due to a lack of experience. They do not know how it feels like to be the underdog of your own story. To truly grit your teeth and continue doing your calling despite your environment and the whole world itself telling you to stop, turn back.
E-rank hunter Jinwoo-san. That's all you'll ever be. A dreamer who never learned his place.
So if you understand that, congratulations. You're gonna accomplish great things in your life. And yes, it looks easy for Jinwoo at times. But it's all due to momentum. He had to climb the steepest of mountains to be able to glide down the sloping hill on the other side. And now that I am standing on top of that very same mountain, I can tell you all the view is beautiful. It's astonishing, and I'm happy that I made it this far. I'm more than happy the way this painting turned out. And I'm even more happier that I decided to watch solo leveling. Because without that anime, I wouldn't have gained the inspiration to create this masterpiece. This painting is my tribute to Jinwoo's evolution. And also a symbol of my own. If this piece inspired you, or if you're just on your own journey to become stronger through your craft, you're not alone. If this video spoke to you, well, I got good news. The very same original artwork will be up for sale on my website. And for those of you who want a piece of this journey but without breaking the bank, I will be doing high quality limited prints, but only when I'm 100% done with this painting. Yes, you guessed it, I still got some work to do, some adjustments to the colors and also a canvas frame, which for both I have some very exciting projects to announce to you guys on this channel. So if you want to see more of my road towards finishing this artwork, please consider subscribing. And if you got any value from this video, please leave a like, as it helps me out more than you could ever know. Now gang, take care out there because it is a crazy world, but still remember to stay beautiful. Alright, I'll see y'all in the next chapter. Much love gang. Peace.